I'm Pam Whitten, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this special conversation on student success. Joining me are three IU leaders, each playing a crucial role in shaping the student experience.
I'm Lamar Hylton, Vice Provost for Student Life at IU Bloomington. Really enjoy shaping the student experience outside of the classroom, and that is my role here at IU Bloomington, is to really ensure that students are connected and resourced in a way that helps drive their success and gets them across the stage in 4 years.
Eric Weldy, and I serve as Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at IU Indianapolis. Whenever anyone asks me, what does the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs do, I always let them know that I support the academic mission of the university by really supporting students and serving as an advocate for students. And so it's my key role to really eliminate barriers that students come across that hinder them from being successful both in the classroom and outside the classroom.
Payne-Kirchmeier, Vice President for Student Success here at Indiana University. I like to think of the role for Vice President for Student Success as working in partnership with the two folks who are here at the table for sure, but also looking at student success holistically.
Let's have a question specifically for Dr. Payne-Kirchmeier. Commitment to ensuring student success and opportunity, as you know, is one of the three pillars in the IU 2030 strategic plan. So can you tell us about your vision and how you define student success?
It really comes down to ensuring that all of our students are thriving intellectually, socially, and emotionally. That touches every component of their life, and that also means it takes every one of us to make it happen.
So it's a partnership between
Absolutely.
The student playing the driving role in their life and their future, and the university providing the resources and the support to enable them to flourish. Each of you, of course, work with students in terms of a specific campus, right? Indianapolis and, of course, Bloomington, respectively. And so what are you most excited about? Are there any new initiatives or efforts that Bloomington or Indianapolis students should be looking forward to?
I would have to say that I'm really excited about completing our transition to becoming IU Indianapolis. We have a new chancellor who will be coming on board, our inaugural chancellor, Dr. Latha Ramchan. It has to be the best start to the school year that we have ever had, and so I think student affairs plays a major role in that.
I think the IUB 2030 strategic plan really has set the course for student life. We are a new organizational structure that is designed to really align those student success efforts, again, outside of the classroom. And so we've been in about 4 months of work at this point, really doing that in three really critical areas: care and advocacy, involvement and belonging, and health and well-being. We've held what we've called Crimson Conversations over the fall semester, and now taking that feedback, taking those conversations and putting them into action is really exciting for all of us.
And I'm happy to hear that you're talking and listening to a lot of people to gather good ideas and to figure out what's right for students on your campus as well. That's terrific. Let me ask you all, what strides are being made to ensure that all students at Indiana University feel a sense of belonging? What resources and what services do we have available, and what emerging trends do you all see regarding student needs?
So I know when I look across all of Indiana University, one of the things that I am most proud of about being a part of this team is that there is not one campus, there's not one person who doesn't at least understand that facilitating a sense of belonging is key in really advancing on all of our goals around student success. So I know across IU there are a number of things that have been happening. One is there's been an expansion in peer mentoring, which connects a student right off the bat with somebody that, quite frankly, if I tell them something is really important for them, they might hear me. If a peer says it, it becomes much more real and relevant for them. So we're really excited to see all those partnerships take off.
The combination of the human touch with the much needed contemporary software to support students will be a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
On all of our campuses as well.
I would say that a key part of students feeling like they belong is that the university supports them in feeling healthy and happy. And so we certify employees, faculty, and staff in becoming health and wellness coaches for students. They help students, and it's free. We help them manage their time, creating a schedule to work out, also to make sure that they have that social connection as well. And so it's a way to, one, they have someone who keeps them accountable, but second, they have a plan, and they have someone who supports them, and the students have just really taken to it.
That's great. That's great.
If you think about who's getting ready to graduate from Indiana University in the spring of '24, those students started at the full scale of the pandemic. The socialization of those students has looked vastly different than any generation before them in terms of how they get connected with resources. We want to make sure that the students not only understand that even though we are a large institution, there is something there for them, and they are able to connect with them, but also be able to point them to where those resources lie that will impact their experience positively.
Very good, that's great. And there's a lot of choice.
Absolutely.
There really are.
There really is.
Things to do. You will find your place based on your own personal academic experiences and your journey as a student through your undergraduate and graduate degrees that you've all earned. What is the one piece of wisdom or advice or don't do this that you might offer to either prospective students or current students?
I'm going to say if we can embrace a reframe of what failure actually means. You asked about from our own lived experiences. I know as an undergraduate student, if I did a misstep, if I didn't get a particular grade on a paper, it felt like the end of the world. Like that was failure. It wasn't. You know, I embrace a quote from Nelson Mandela all the time, which is, I never lose, either I win or I learn. So if we can, or if a student can, take something that was difficult, that they didn't get right the first time, and flip that into a reframe of, what did I learn from this? You are so much stronger.
My tip would be own your experience. I remember as an undergraduate student, kind of just walking and navigating blindly the university experience as it came. And looking back, I really wish there were moments where I wish I had owned my experience a little more fully. So that's what I would impart to our students, that as you're coming to Indiana University, really be here to own your experience in all of the ways that make sense for you, and know that the university is here to support that.
Well, in college is the time to try things, right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes they don't
That's
work
right.
as well as you might hope, and sometimes they work better than you think.
Absolutely.
Amongst all the leadership positions on our campuses, I hold really at the pinnacle those jobs that are here to make sure our students are successful. And that's what you all have chosen to do for a living, and I'm grateful every day for that. It doesn't matter what role you play at a university. You can be the president of the university, you can be the person that makes sure the classrooms are ready every day, or you could be a formal advisor or faculty or something in between. A part of your job is about serving students and ensuring that they have a wonderful experience at school. And if we are going to keep up with our philosophy that the students are the center of our universe, then everyone at Indiana University needs to be, and from what I have seen, is deeply, deeply committed to that for our students. So thank you to all of you. And let's have a
Thank
let's
you.
have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
2024.
Looking forward to
Agreed.
it. Looking forward to it.